Hello and welcome to the classic Hollywood movie you should know. I'm Nate Washburn. This week the movie is from 1960, Swiss Family Robinson, starring John Mills and Dorothy McGuire, directed by Ken Anakin, and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. Now, if you haven't seen Swiss Family Robinson, it is a perfect family movie. This movie I was introduced as a kid and it completely blew my mind. The gist of the story: a family is shipwrecked on a deserted island. They have to learn how to survive and thrive amidst the dangers of the jungle, and also they get attacked by pirates. So the cast is fantastic in Swiss Family Robinson. John Mills and Dorothy McGuire are perfect. The kids are all great, but the main thing is the scenery. This movie was filmed entirely on the island of Tobago, and just the greens of the jungle and the blues of the water and the streams and everything, it's almost like this other character in the story. And I'll never forget seeing when the family makes their treehouse. They use wood, they use supplies from the shipwreck, and they build this incredible treehouse that is just, it's a dream for a kid. The way that everything works, the way that they get water. And the treehouse is so iconic that Walt Disney wanted it in the theme parks. And as a kid, I can remember going to Florida and seeing the Swiss Family treehouse and being able to walk through it and have that adventure, and it blew my mind. The treehouse is still in Florida, in Walt Disney World, but it has been changed in California. It's now Tarzan's treehouse. And the main reason I wanted to talk about this movie is because of the appearance of a supporting actor. Right here, this is Sessue Hayakawa. He's the leader of the pirates. Now, Sessue Hayakawa was a major star in the silent era. He was one of the biggest stars in the 1910s and early 1920s as a romantic lead. He gained stardom in 1915 with a movie called The Cheat, directed by Cecil B. DeMille. And by the end of that decade, by the end of the 1910s, he was earning $3,500 a week. He had his own production company. However, he did grow dissatisfied with Hollywood, and he left in 1922. He was upset with the roles he was being offered. He had gone from the romantic leading man to more villains and more stereotypical characters. But he was a trailblazer. He should be remembered as fondly and as well as a Chaplin, as a Douglas Fairbanks, as a Mary Pickford, just for his importance. He was the first Asian American superstar in Hollywood, and yet it's a name that not that many people know. Now, after he left Hollywood, he returned to the stage and worked occasionally in films. His career really took off, though, after World War II. He was cast a lot, he worked all the time, and his performance in the movie Bridge on the River Kwai earned him an Oscar nomination. He's a great actor, and he should be remembered more. And a little bit of trivia for you: George Lucas is a big fan of this movie and has talked about its influence on him, and he even paid tribute to it in the original Star Wars trilogy. In the first Star Wars, in the trash compactor, when Han and Luke fight like whatever, it's sort of like a trash monster-y little snake thing, that is completely reminiscent of Fritz and Ernst in Swiss Family Robinson fighting the Anaconda here. The battle in Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks against the Empire, that is reminiscent of the family fighting the pirates at the end of Swiss Family Robinson. And while Lucas denies this last one, there are people who believe that Anakin Skywalker was named after director Ken Anakin, who directed Swiss Family Robinson. And the last bit of trivia here: John Mills, who plays Father Robinson in this, his daughter, Haley Mills, from Pollyanna, The Parent Trap, and if you are a child of the 80s and early 90s like myself, Miss Bliss in Saved by the Bell. So if you are a fan of family movies, if you're looking for a film to watch that parents and kids can enjoy, check out 1960s Swiss Family Robinson. The adventure, the action, all the elements will just jumpstart the kids' imagination. The jungle, the pirates, all the wild animals, all that stuff. Super fun film. I loved it as a kid. Still love it now. Highly recommend it. It's this week's classic Hollywood movie you should know. I'm Nate Washburn. Keep watching.